Hello everyone, it's me, Feminotzi movement. Wow, as you can tell from what you're seeing, yeah. Right, I am female. I know it may come as a shock. Bear with me, lads. Bear with me. I am female. I have a time of the month, like every female, right? I'm just glad to clean that up for a minute. Clean that up, pun not intended. This is so horrible. I don't want to talk about this, but I have to. I found a page on Facebook called Free Bleeding. Yes, this is called Free Bleeding. This is free bleeding. Just say no. What are we saying no to? Oh, tampons. Right, we're saying no to tampons apparently. Just say no to tampons. Why do I want to say no to tampons? What are we going to do instead? Are we using pads? Pads? We're using pads. I'm hoping we're using pads. I'm guessing by the name Free Bleeding we're not using anything. Let's check some posts out. Live not in shame, ladies. We are the creators of life. Our wombs burst forth. Oh my god. With the future of womankind. They do realise mankind is just a general term for humanity when talking about them. Why couldn't they have said humanity? See, that's a feminist thing right there. Womankind. No, it's mankind, or you can refer to it as humanity, whatever floats your boat, really. Unless the Christian feminists are saying God was wrong, because, I mean, God refers to humanity as mankind as well in the Bible. So, I mean, that's always out there. Not that I'm religious, because I'm not. Bleeding just shows ourselves and everyone else that we are healthy women. There's healthy women that don't have regular periods and don't bleed regularly, so there's that. Bleed freely, bleed on your terms. Well, they're not really on your terms because it comes and goes as it pleases, loves. Just to throw that out there. You are a goddess. Not really. You're not really a goddess. Goddess is used to define a term of a goddess. They say you're a woman now. Then they told her to be ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, what? Why is that? Why should I be ashamed of it? It's a bodily function that happens. Why do I need to be ashamed of that? Like, what purpose does that give? I mean, I've had problems reproductively. I have had problems with my reproductive system before, but they're dealt with now, happily. But I have to take a lot of notice of that stuff, which means my boyfriend knows a lot about what goes on in that department with me because he's my boyfriend, right? I'm not going to sit here on YouTube and tell all of you what is going on with my nether region because that's inappropriate. It's not about being ashamed of it. It's about being socially acceptable to talk about certain things with certain people in certain ways. That is not called being ashamed of something. That is not people going, you should be ashamed to bleed. No, you should just, there's a time and a place, and this is not it on the internet. Let's check out some more juicy stuff. Juicy. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me today. She has a wound that will never heal. Pad tampon stress disorder is real. Can she talk to you about it? Are they calling that PTSD? Is that what they're referring? Oh my! That really pisses me off. Pad tampon stress disorder. I've had PTSD. I had PTSD. I had PTSD because I was raped when I was younger, which everyone on my channel was fully aware of by now from my other video. Right, I had PTSD. I also had PTSD after I had a car crash. Veterans have PTSD. What you have is some female privilege you think you've got going on, which you are not entitled to, I'd like to add. You are not entitled to female privilege. It was given to you by men. It was given to you by men that thought, you know what, okay, maybe women should be allowed the right to vote, and maybe women should be able to do this, and should be able to do that. That was given to you. That was not a, we're entitled to this, we've always been entitled to this, and you're all idiots. That is not how this worked. You were given these privileges. You were given them. You did not take them. As much as you might like to think that you did, right, you did not. PTSD is a real thing. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a real thing. Not bloody pad tampon stress disorder. I'll tell you what pad tampon stress disorder is when you're having trouble getting it in because you have to put it in a certain way, or your pad, the wings won't stick to the underlining of your knickers. That is not a real disorder. That is a load of crap. That's a, oh, for God's sake, this is happening to me again. Why does this keep happening to me? This is not a disorder that you think you have some right or some privilege to make up. It's a load of crap. It's an absolute load of crap. Right? Oh, right. It's asking me to log in. I don't want to log in. There's loads of crap on here though. Free bleeders have rights too. Jesus Christ. I honestly don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. It makes me sad, and it makes me angry. Also, considering I've seen other things on that, like, oh, tampon rape. Seriously. Do you know what the thing is, right? You make the choice to use a tampon. You could pick a pad. You could pick one of those cup things. I don't know what they are. I've never used them or looked into using them, because just no. There's loads of different things and options out there to make your time of the month more comfortable. Nobody ever was like, oh, do you know what? We're gonna make this even worse for you each month. We're gonna make this worse. We're gonna make it so that you have to bleed everywhere, right? And that you're gonna have to deal with the embarrassment of that in front of everybody. Do you know how what? Oh my God, it makes me so angry. Sorry, it really winds me up. Why do you need to be like that? Do you know what? You don't even have to use tampons or pads. If you're like, oh my God, I have to be taxed on my sanitary products. Use tissue then. Use tissue. Put some tissue down your knickers. Why not? Huh? There's been times where I've been really desperate or out in the middle of somewhere and I'm like, oh my God, I've started my period. I don't have a tampon. Toilets, tissue. Tissue works as pad. You don't have to use the sanitary products that have been provided to make your life easier. I mean, me having a tampon at my snatch is not gonna, it's not pleasing any bloke out there. It's not like I'm walking around naked with a bit of string hanging out of my vagina like, ooh, this is making your life easier. That's not, there is no man out there who is sitting there going, she's on a period, she's got a tampon in, that makes my life easier. That does not happen. Those things do not exist. What is your problem? Do you know what? I'm a female, right? I bleed out my minge, but if you bleed out your minge and you're a female and you want to walk around with blood everywhere, don't come near me. Seriously, don't come near me. That is disgustingly wrong. Right, you have this option to be hygienic. It's a hygiene thing, right? I'm not being funny, but I get funny just using a pad, let alone freaking walking around free bleeding. Jesus, I'm not being funny, but if somebody accidentally cuts their arm open, they don't go, oh, look at me, I'm free bleeding. They go, oh crap, I need to put a bandage on that. Right, I know it's not quite the same thing, but it's the same concept. You bleed, you put a bandage on it, right? And you clean it up. Nobody leaves anything like that to fester. That's disgusting. That is actually disgusting. Like, why? Why would you do that? I mean, it's not a feminist issue. That's a hygiene issue, right? Why can't you just be hygienic? This is not about somebody making you feel like you should be embarrassed or ashamed to have your monthlies. This is about hygiene and cleanliness. That's disgusting. Like, seriously, I mean, do you clean down there every single time it happens if you free bleed? I mean, because, oh, I would hate to know what it smells like down there. Seriously, you really need to sort it out. This is all going way, way, way too far. I mean, I said it was going too far when I did that video about that girl who battered that bloke and then he punched her back once and everyone was like all up in arms because he punched her back. Right? I was saying things are going too far with feminism then. Now, this, you don't really... I am definitely on men's side. This is horrible. I feel so sorry for blokes, I really do. As I feel sorry for me right now. And that's saying something. I mean, that's disgusting. You can't do that. It's wrong. No. No feminists is a bad feminist. No. You can't do it. No. Do me a favour, right? If you're gonna free bleed, can you free bleed in your own home? Alright? That's fair is fair, right? We'll let you free bleed as long as you do it at home where you have the means to clean yourself. Right? Because it's unhygienic, it's not healthy, and it's not nice. Yeah? Maybe? No? Alright. But yeah. PTSD is not because you have problems with pants and tampons. Rape is not being raped by a tampon because that's an optional thing that you have. You do not have to put a tampon up there. That is an option. Rape is being penetrated unwillingly. In most cases, that's what the definition is of rape. You did not unwillingly put that tampon up your nuna. You have a choice to use other sanitary methods. Free bleeding, obviously, we can tell that I find it quite gross. I'm sorry, I'm really weirded out and I feel slightly ill now. Why do people even believe this? Why is this even a thing? It shouldn't be a thing. This should not be a thing. Jesus. Right, well, that's it for the whatever that was. Thank you for watching. Sorry that you had to watch this and be enlightened to this as I was. See you next time. Bye.